Have you ever felt like me where you just have run out of space in your grow tent? You have so many plants, so many small ones that have room to grow, but you just have no more space anywhere for them. Well, do what I did and go vertical. How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be looking at this vertical growing space setup. And as you saw in the intro, my grow tent is very much packed and I really don't have much room at all for more plants. You can see everything is quite full. So today we're going to be looking at this vertical space me and my brother have set up. Basically what this is to stack plants vertically instead of horizontally on this pegboard here. What this is 16 by 16 inch pegboard. This is plastic. I bought 3 of these to go down, and they come with hooks such as stuff like this, and I basically put them on, lock them in place, and hang some pots from them. You can see here that this hook is being held up through the pots. I just had to drill a hole in it. Just got to make sure they're secure so they don't drop on each other. Some of these larger pots are definitely harder to secure. You can see back here there is a lock on this one here, that little black peg or strip. It just keeps the metal from sliding anywhere and actually locking in place. But this one was especially hard to secure because it just kind of wanted to tip over from how big a pot it was. So let's see if I can see it. You can see behind there's another attachment that kind of just holds it in place. It was never meant for that specifically, but it works. You just kind of got to jerry rig it in there. So I bought 2 baskets and a mounting kit along with this pegboard. You can see the baskets here. There's a smaller one there. This holds the Warocqueanum, this big beautiful plant, and this Spectabular Aristo. Then you can see a larger basket right here. This just holds an Anthurium veitchii and a Begonia Arabian Sunset. This basket pretty much just takes the weights off of this homemade shelf we have here. I unfortunately needed to put this back because, again, don't really have much horizontal square footage anymore, and I needed somewhere to put this seed tray. But as you can see, the basket is not holding on to it, and I do have a little bit more room here. I just really wish I didn't have to put this back, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, let's talk about how this pegboard is actually mounted inside the grow tent, because you can't exactly go through the tent wall and into the drywall or something to mount it. So what we did is simply wrap some zip ties around the frame of the tent and through the pegboard. It's a really simple way and pretty strong actually, and each panel is actually with zip ties as well. You put way more than enough, so it should stay up, and you know zip ties are pretty strong, so I trust it pretty well. Overall, this entire project cost around $50. The pegboard cost about $6 or $7 a piece. I got 3 of them. And then I got a bunch of hardware for it as well, so I can hang on like the hooks. Overall, I'm very pleased with this project. It is definitely coming together, but the only downside is that it didn't really clear up that much space. Either way, it did do a little bit, as you can see here. I got a little bit of space for some smaller plants or for these smaller ones to grow out. But yeah. If you guys have any questions about this project, please leave them in the comments. Let's take a look at what's actually on this wall specifically. So up here, start with probably the prettiest one first. This is Spectabilis veitchii. This is a seed-grown plant from BE. It is just gorgeous. It is a very chunky body, which I love, with a stripy peristome. I chose this one to go up here because it already wants to climb a little bit. I don't know what the growth point is doing or where it's going, but I think it'll be great when it crawls around up here. You can see another picture growing back. If you go below it here, this is Ventricosa sibuensis Burkii Jacqueline. This is from EP, another seed grown one. See a really nice picture here. This thing makes a lot of exudiate. Move to the right a bit. You could see this nice size, but still pretty tiny Anthurium auricolianum. Really beautiful plant. It really helps to add a jungly feel to this setup. It's really nice to have some variety along with your Nepenthes. This one is Ventricosa carunculata morelliana EP. Really cool one. And this picture here is very, very, very close to popping. You can see those two little appendages from remnants of the wings. Pretty cool. Then you can see this stripy one back here. This is Spathulata spectabilis, a Borneo Exotics clone. Can't remember which one, but it's absolutely gorgeous. This is about a week or two old now, this picture, maybe a little less. But let me see if I can get it out here. You can see the peristome here, how dark it gets when it ages. It's pretty neat, but definitely where it's at with the new ones. This one makes decently long tendrils, that's why I put it up here. And this one here is a little vine cutting. This is Ventricosa cross Ventricosa carunculata morelliana. It's basically Ventricosa K crossed with this, which is the Vent carunculata morelliana. It's a really cool one. This one is just like a normal Ventricosa, except it has very faint striping on the peristome. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it also has a more bucket-shaped lid, I guess you could say. It's not like a Ventricosa lid in the slightest, as you can see. Here we have a Spectabilis aristo. This is a very tiny cross. I don't think it'll get any bigger than this, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Always stays dark even when it opens. You can see at the bottom there it has some Aristolochioides coloration. Down here we have this beautiful Begonia Arabian Sunset. Has pretty bright red underleaves. I can't remember the term for being under the leaf, but it's pretty bright. I have a bunch of those propagated over here, and along with the Rex. I have a lot for sales this summer, so it's going to be great. Little Anthurium veitchii. Here's a bigger one. Still pretty tiny compared to how big they can get. Hopefully this guy makes a good leaf soon. Leaves it's been making are a little deformed. But that is it, guys. There's not a whole lot of plants to go through on this specific setup, but I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in another video. See ya.